Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulillah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Dear brothers and sisters, this is Gabriel Romaani for Islamic Center for Research and Academics, iqra.org. I want to invite you to this beautiful course, Defense Against Disaster. And maybe some of you have seen our trailer, maybe some of you have heard about our organizations. If you have not, please visit icraa.org and see what we are doing. Just to give you a glimpse of what this course is about. This course we began devising this course and designing it about about 8 years ago. And of course it was not, we didn't say, okay, let's do a course, but we saw a need of defending our deen. And you might be like, our deen doesn't need defending. But it's not as simple, right? We live in a society, in a time where people have directed their eyes towards Islam. And this is not because some kind of, just academic endeavor. This is because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that Islam will enter the house of every single people and debase some and it will lift some. Those who will accept it, those who will embrace it. And we see today so many people come into Islam and they become Muslims from different backgrounds, the stories are amazing. Yet at the same time, there are so many people who turn against Islam. There are so many people who were even Muslims and leave Islam. There are so many people who make it their life, journey to basically attack Islam and to ridicule Islam, to ridicule Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that's right, and Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and all the other aspects of Islam. So we saw this need, we saw it in our communities that there's people who are leaving Islam, there's people who have shocked their families, there are people who have, it makes no sense, the arguments that I put forth, but others cannot refute them, or others cannot, from our community, from the Muslims, respond sometimes or entertain their questions. Some questions might be genuine. Some people might be looking to understand. I mean, you live in a society where people are challenging you. There's skeptics, there's atheists, all kinds of people challenging you every day and every night. So sometimes we need to entertain these questions, to respond to it. While at the same time, on the other hand, there are people who basically just they made it their life mission to basically attack Islam, to debase Islam, to destroy Islam, and to preach their own philosophy or religion. So we saw this need and we said, let us gather together the refutations, the explanations of these common questions that people have. And I'm not talking here about just the marriage of Aisha radiallahu anha or something like that. I'm talking here about really deep issues that these people have gone into our books, into the Quran and the Sunnah, and have dug out and have pulled out things, when it goes to the Arabic, certain words, so-called contradictions in the Quran, in the Hadith, and so on, so-called scientific inaccuracies, and so on. And we have gone into the authentic texts, into the opinions of the scholars of past and present. We have done extensive research and have come up with a platform, an academic platform, to respond to these people in an academic manner. We're not talking about just someone starting a blog. We're talking about going through certain processes, editing, shura, counseling, advices, talking to different scholars, different experts in different fields, and putting out these articles, and then crystallizing in this course, which is Defense Against Disaster, which it's basically defense against apostasy. So we will teach you in this course a frame of mind of how to answer these allegations, attacks, or how to deal with someone who attacks Islam and comes from such a strong, background, and basically just tries to destroy, a family or a community or the faith of someone. We'll teach you, even if you don't, have knowledge of tafsir or hadith or fiqh or surah or anything like that, we'll teach you a frame of mind or how to deal with these issues, and then how to move on to seek knowledge or to understand the other issues, the extensive issues. So please join me, Gabriel Romaani, for this amazing course, Defense Against Disaster, offered for the first time online. Inshallah, we'll post the details of and the date and so on and registration. So please stay tuned on Facebook and on YouTube. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.